Hey guys, today I'm reviewing for you an application that helps you transfer files between two phones at a very fast connection. Let's check it out. R. Stanford featured an article on the XDA portal referencing XDA senior member and developer Majid Dev, and he's referencing an application that helps you transfer files between two devices that have NFC, or if they don't have NFC, as long as they have a Wi-Fi connection with Android 4.0 or higher, between each other very fast. Let's go ahead and open up the thread on the XDA forum. There's a little bit of a walkthrough by the developer showing us how the applications work. He's referencing two Nexus devices, and he also gives us a little bit of a list of some of the features on the application. The main thing is it uses using NFC or QR code to initiate the scan, or initiate the transfer, and then uses Wi-Fi Direct to transfer the files. And if Wi-Fi Direct is not present, it creates a hotspot on one device and turns on the Wi-Fi on the second one so that you're able to transfer files. We'll get a chance to look over the application itself on the device. He gives us also a link to the Google Play Store, and the application is free to install. Again, he gives us a few more screenshots of the application itself. Definitely very, very well received. Let's open it up on the phone and see. We'll go ahead and run the application on the phone. So what we're going to do is launch the application by sharing a file. This is one of my screen stats on my battery. I'll go ahead and say launch or share. You either have the ability of going through your share list, and obviously it'll be one of the options, Wi-Fi right there, except I've already shared with it before, so it already puts it on my save section here on the Galaxy S3. And it'll initiate Wi-Fi Direct and then hotspot. The one thing you want to keep in mind here is it does actually turn on the tethering application on your phone, which I found it a little bit off because essentially I know it's turning on hotspot to share, so I'm not sure how this is going to interact with your carrier. It shouldn't, because ideally you're not connected to the internet or you're not sharing internet access, you're just sharing files. The other way one way of the ability to actually connect it, you launch the receiving app on the phone itself, on your receiving phone, and then just straight copy the QR code, and then sure enough the file connection between the two devices starts, and then you'll see the screens. And it was a pretty small file, so you'll definitely be able to transfer it pretty quickly. You do have the ability of hiding the progress, as the developer mentioned, so that you're able to use your phone normally, but again within reason as far as how big the file that you're transferring. On the receiving end, you're able to click the file receipt. It gives you the list of some of the files that you've received from the device. Click it, and let's go ahead and open it up with gallery. Now let's say just once for this one, and you can see here the same information listed on both devices. And the other way actually of sharing the application is using NFC, and we'll do that also again by clicking sharing. It'll generate a QR code list here for us. Once it's generated, you take the devices back to back, NFC, send, and the same thing happens. It's using NFC to trigger the transfer, and it still uses Wi-Fi Direct or Wi-Fi hotspot to be able to transfer the files. Hope you guys like this. The interface on the application is very simple actually. All you get in the app drawer is the scanner. The application itself installs itself and it becomes part of your sharing option on the phone, so when you hit share on the top, that's where you'll be able to share it with the application. I like the fact that it does use the NFC or picture as far as being able to do a QR code scanning ability to trigger the transfer between the two devices. It does require you to have, it either creates a hotspot, so you're able to basically turn on one as a host, the other one as a client, and then you're able to connect between the two phones, or you're able to do it via using Wi-Fi Direct if the phone supports the technology. S-Beam, that does use Wi-Fi Direct, so by default I have that functionality on the Galaxy S3 and on the Note 2. I find it that when I'm trying to do those two transfers, it's a little bit of a flimsy situation. If I'm meeting somebody for the first time that does have a Galaxy S3, I have to turn on my Wi-Fi Direct, we have to find each other's devices, sync, connect, and set up the whole process, and that's just a cumbersome process that will probably just say, well, why don't you just email me the picture anyways? I find that the setup that this application does is circumvents all of that, and it makes it very quick and very simple. The one thing I noticed though when I was using it on my Galaxy S3 is it turns on the hotspot functionality on the Galaxy S3, and I'm not sure if that's going to basically trigger something on my provider's side, so that's something you want to keep in mind when you're using this application. Now again, intentionally it's not really connecting to the internet, it's not sharing an internet connection, it's transferring files between the two, but it does turn the application on, so that's one thing you want to keep in mind. A lot of pluses, and only one little kind of concern on my side, but again, it might not be doing anything, it's just that it does turn on the icon on the hotspot on my Galaxy S3, and that's just something that I'll have to check with my provider later. overall, a great application. Hope you guys like this. Check it out. Let me know what you think. Like, subscribe, and comment. I definitely try to respond to all of your comments. Like and subscribe. Please check out my main channel, and I will see you guys next week.